Good
Hello again.
afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hosanna. Hosanna, aka Hatori.
That's right. That's me. And Jeremy, aka Jeremy.
That's right. How was your week? You weren't
It
did you have any stomach virus this week?
no, but it did turn into a full body rash.
Oh my gosh. For the little one too?
No, this is just me. I don't understand.
Dang.
So it was like a three-stage virus, and the last step was just to be completely covered in a rash. Yeah, so but that's finally going away. There's like a little bit left, but
Wow.
for the
Did,
most part,
what a journey.
I know it's been crazy. Really
Dang.
crazy.
Did Jordan get sick at all?
Nope. Nope. He has the immune system of a god. Sick. Never.
Love it.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
I
me.
shouldn't laugh, but
No, it's pretty funny because it pisses me off. But anyway, yeah. How about you? How was your week?
great. Very busy. Good busy. Started on my song on Sunday, finished
Nice.
it this morning.
Oh, wow.
So
Full week.
yeah, and I kind of I just took my time.
Nice.
Uh and I'll explain more when I play,
Cool.
but it was a good productive week. And I feel good about it. Yeah. So
Do you spend time on music every single day?
I mean, if you count like 5 to 10 minutes of noodling on guitar or whatever, like then yeah,
Yeah, I
pretty
would count
much.
that.
Yeah, pretty
Nice.
much. I
That's
mean,
awesome.
it's not meaningful practice a lot of times. It's kind of just horsing around, which explains why. And I'm not saying this to be self-deprecating. It explains why I've been playing guitar for 20, 23, 24 years. And I kind of have, I'm getting better, but it's like a really slow curve at this point because I don't
Hmm.
actually work on it. I've got a book of scales here that every day I look at it. I'm like, I should just do that. I should just do 10 minutes of a scale
And then you just don't do it.
and I don't.
That's why I've also now I haven't like consistently played guitar, but the first time I
Hmm.
picked one up was, a decade ago, and I have
Hmm.
never improved
Yeah.
because I don't sit down and just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. I think that's one of the things that was always appealing to me about being in a band
Hmm.
was, I've heard all the stories of like, I think it was Sound City. Did you see that documentary?
Mm-mm.
Dave Grohl did doc, I guess a movie documentary about this studio in LA called Sound City. And it was
Hmm.
like kind of a dump, but there are all these famous records that were recorded there. And I think it had a Neve recording console.
Mm.
And if I remember correctly, like they took it apart and he bought it. And when the studio was closed down or went out of business or whatever, he bought the console and took it to his house and rebuilt it and everything. So it's kind of neat. But
Cool.
one of the stories in there was about Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, and
Uh-huh.
they were trying to record this song, doing it live, and they played it over 100 times. So it's things like that where I'm like, bands, you know what I mean?
That
Because
that's how you get good. You play it
yeah,
over and over and over again. Yeah,
exactly. And I
absolutely.
don't do that. I mean, I copy and paste because I'm just making
Right.
demos.
Right. Hmm.
There's nobody in a control room telling me you've got a better take in you. So, anyways, that's
That's
what I've been thinking about.
true. That's why I want to do more live shows
Hmm.
because unless there's something scheduled, I
Yeah.
I don't, pick up something to just try to get better. And I
Yeah.
really need it's really crucial, I think, as an artist
Yeah.
to
Keep
just
pushing.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. I've
Yeah.
been, and then I'll shut up after this, but I have some new responsibilities at work
Mm.
and it's made me very busy. And it's
Mm.
also that made me very frustrated. But what I've realized is I'm working harder and I'm more proud of myself at the end of the day.
Mm.
And I maybe that's kind of twisted that I have some identity wrapped up in that, but I've just found like I've been kind of coasting for a while.
Yeah.
Uh, and I just find like there's something nice about when a challenge is kind of put on you that
Hmm.
you rise to the challenge, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. there's
Yeah, it's confidence boost, right?
yeah, because there's obviously an upper limit to that where you're just like, I have no room to breathe or I'm just crushed with stress or whatever. But short of that, I have begrudgingly realized like, I think maybe the extra challenge is good for me. It's making
That's
me
cool.
better, so and I feel like this challenge we're doing is the same, you know.
And that it doesn't like translate to like motherhood because like I feel consistently like I'm losing it. It's like it's a slow
Yeah.
decline.
It's like
But hey, no, it's okay. I'm rising to the challenge, but like just barely
but it's shortening your
flying
life
my
at the same time. It's like
Yeah,
shaving days off your life.
exactly. Um,
Well, yeah, I went first last time, right?
deal. Okay, so
Okay.
I will go first this week. Wonderful. This one I started yesterday. And that's because I spent the rest of the week editing all of our videos, and because I was sick for like a full week,
Sure.
so I was like
Yep.
way behind. But um, in order to kind of give myself a little bit more of an advantage, and because this is something I've been talking to my brother about, um, my brother Jeremy, actually, I have a brother Jeremy, yeah.
I've
Um,
never met a bad Jeremy, number one.
they're great.
Yeah.
It's a good name. Yeah. But he makes beats for fun, and
Oh,
refuses
awesome.
to do anything with them. He doesn't put them up anywhere. He just sends them to me once in a while, and I'm like, what are you doing? What a
Yeah.
waste. So I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, well, I'm gonna use this. So I did, and I took one of his beats and wrote a song over it.
This is awesome.
So it's I would consider this a collaboration, and I'm hoping that this is a push for him to get his
Yeah.
music out.
Does he have an artist name or a moniker or anything? Or
Kind of. Like I literally forced him to pick one because he played guitar on the song my next release. He played guitar for it, and I
oh,
was
right
like,
on.
I need to put this in the
Hmm.
credits. So he decided to go with his middle name Makoto, which is a Japanese.
Oh, awesome.
So it's like Hatori Makoto. We're just using our
Yeah.
Japanese too.
Let's do it.
So yeah, very cool. But it's another one of those grungy, like aggressive ones that I keep coming back to.
I mean,
So
I
let's
I'm here
see.
for it. I dig it. I think that stuff works really well with your vocals, so
Well,
I'm all
thank
about it.
you. This was a fun one because I had no idea where I was going with it when I first started, and it evolved as
Yeah.
I wrote it, and I decided to record a lot of the lead vocals on a bunch of different tracks
Yeah.
that I can
Oh,
control a little bit more how I place them. All right, let's just get to it. Let me pull up the lyrics too.
all right.
And then let me know if you can figure
Low
out what the
life.
song is about.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, here you go. Low life.
Come and get it, it's the real deal. Heaven sent, I'm signed and sealed. Delivered, I'm yours if you want me. I'm sold if you need me. I'm here if you love me. Gone. I'm a low life, I don't care. Yeah, you hate me. Yeah, I don't care. Take it up with collections, give it up in confessions. Holy water, you're sweating. I'm a fire, you're setting. Carry it on a stick, get it while it's hot. Buy one, get one free. Let's take this up a notch. I'll be there in a flash. You don't have to decide. I'll make it worth your time if you keep me on your mind. Cause we're dancing and dancing, never know what you're missing. Let me show you a list of things you still haven't seen yet. I have one in a billion, different ways to be different. Can you tell me your problems? I'll make it better, I promise. I know what you need, what you need, what you're looking for. I know what you're missing, I'll have it right at your door. I'm a low life, I don't care. Yeah, you hate me. Yeah, I don't care. Take it up with collections, give it up in confessions. Holy water, you're sweating. I'm a fire, you're setting. You're sick. Sick of the same old shit. I'm betting on this to make some waves and set me loose. Don't spare the change, don't let me lose. Time is almost up. No one's ever seen a still like this. Hey Cindy, if the shoe fits. Don't trip, just spend your day with me, spend your time with me, spend your life with me, spend your energy, spend your day with me, spend your time with me, spend your life with me, spend your energy. 'Cause you're dancing and dancing, never know what you're missing. Let me show you a list of things you still haven't seen yet. I have 1 in a billion different ways to be different. Can you tell me your problems? I'll make it better, I promise. I'm a low life, I don't care. Yeah, you hate me. Yeah, I don't care. Take it up with collections, give it up in confessions. Holy water, you're sweating, and I'm a fire, you're setting. I'm a low life, I don't care. Yeah, you hate me. Yeah, I don't care. I'll be here when you want it, you'll never have to work for it. I'm your master and servant, yeah, I'm the God that you worship. Low life.
Oh, another banger. Come on.
Oh God.
God, where do I start?
It's okay. I don't know if you experience this when you like listen back through it. Do you hear like, oh, I need to change that. I have to fix
Yeah.
this. This
Yeah.
is loose. It's a mess. Yeah. I was, yes, but I will just keep my mouth shut and
Yeah,
yes.
I have a lot. I mean, I say this every week, but I love a lot about this. First of all, this whole aesthetic, I dig it. I mean, I think this works with your vocal really, really well. And the way you phrase and perform your lyrics, I think is just really creative and like refreshing. Always refreshing to hear. I really like it. And I love how you, just stepping back a little bit, I've been thinking about your song from week 1. That's just been in my mind a lot the last couple of weeks. And how like kind of delicate you can be with melody and a vocal performance. And then this kind of thing, you nail it with equal aplomb. I just applaud you for that. I think it's freaking
Oh,
cool.
thank you. That's cool because it feels like when I'm writing these types of
Yeah.
songs, it still feels like clumsy as I'm like clunky, getting to know it.
Sure.
Because like yeah, I did the whole piano singer-songwriter thing for such a long time.
Yeah.
And this is definitely a new thing for me.
I like this a lot. I mean, again, I'm not the most practiced ear with this kind of music, but I got fired up. Like and I love the beat. So Makoto,
Woohoo! I know he made it
this is
easy.
good shit. I really like your the octave when you double that octave and then you have a low. Is that you doing the low part, or is that
I
you
just pitched it down an
softwared it down?
octave.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
cool, freaking cool.
It's really fun to do because like I actually like sometimes like to talk into the mic and it makes me sound like I'm a 300-pound man, and I'm like, yes,
Yeah,
feels powerful.
I really liked it. And there's one section in there where you gosh, I can't remember, but it was different. Well, first of all, I liked how you had those phrases kind of leaning on each other. I think that's what you're talking about by chopping them up and putting them on.
Yeah,
That was super
exactly.
cool. I really like that effect. Hosanna, it's freaking cool. I also really like the imagery in here. I love the line, "I'm a fire, you're setting." I think that's shit is cool. Yeah, really good.
So this one, I talk about this in like because I was recording myself as I'm like thinking through writing this song, and I tend to like writing from the perspective of people that society overall hate.
Interesting.
I don't know why. I think it's interesting to me.
Yeah.
And I thought that I was going in that direction. And then as I was writing that, it turned into like, this is basically just all like kind of like scammers and like marketing and like, just like those like, and it turned into, I feel like this is just a song now about like the algorithm, like, like this.
It's funny. I was going to say, is this kind of broadly about social media or something?
Exactly.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
But...
It pretty much like it's social media. It's like the incessant things that are selling things to you all the time, and that's kind of what it turned into. So
I like Cindy. I like this.
Cindy.
I don't know. I just like that.
I was
name
like, how am I gonna make this work?
right
There it goes. Whatever. Yeah.
Freaking
Thank you.
cool. You gonna do
Thanks.
more with this?
You know, a thought that I have a couple friends who are rappers,
Oh,
and
nice.
I could think that like I could totally have a rap in here because this is like only what 2 minutes 49
There
seconds.
you go.
Like I have a little bit of wiggle room to add something in there, so I might have someone hop on this song.
That would be really
Mm,
fun.
cool. Yeah. Yeah. So that's my thought. But
How do you feel about it listening back again? You feel good about it?
you know, like I like I think the idea and like
Yeah.
the overall feel, I'm like, okay, like this is cool, I
Yeah.
guess. I wasn't hyped on it.
Yeah.
Um,
I am, but
thanks. I'm glad.
yeah.
But the more I listen to it, the more I'm like, if I clean up the timing,
Mm.
and there I have software that I can use to like because I do a
Quantize it
lot
or
of
whatever.
exactly. I have a lot
Mhm.
of doubles, vocal doubles that I can just line up with with Vocaline, and I just need to transfer it to this computer.
Yeah.
Um, I feel like once I do that and clean up everything, it would feel a lot better. It's
Mm.
just a little bit fumbly, you know, jumbled. So, uh, I think because yeah, this calls for really precise timing, and I'm not very good at that yet. So,
It's interesting because this kind of sound, now that you say that, there's something about this kind of sound that you've created that's like it's almost have you seen Blade Runner?
I haven't yet.
So
I need to.
it's like the future,
Uh-huh.
right? But it's kind of a gritty, dirty future. So
Yeah.
it's like it's almost like a computer is creating this music, but it's like the post-apocalyptic version of.
Yes.
So I think what you're saying really makes a lot of sense in that, and I hadn't really thought about that, but like you kind of want that ultra precise, but then it's kind of,
Messy as
frayed
well.
around the edges, so to speak.
Totally.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good aesthetic to think about too for this type of song.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's
let's
amazing.
let's hear yours. I'm so excited. A
All right.
whole week.
So I started on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I horsed around with a basic chord progression, and a basic melody for the verse. And then I kind of recorded some mumble lyrics and kind of just fumbled my way through. And I thought once I had and I ended up getting a verse, guitar and vocal down yesterday. I have like 20 snippets of files on my phone, just sound recorder files, just kind of chewing on a melody and stuff. So, and then after that last night or yesterday afternoon, I felt pretty good. I felt like, okay, I kind of know where this is going. And so I hammered it out this morning and had enough time to put some extra little finishing touches on it. So we'll
Nice. I'm
see
so
what
excited.
you think.
Yes.
All right. Can you see my
Gorgeous.
screen?
I can.
Okay. I'm going to play from here.
Mm-hmm.
And this song is called Only Me. So tell me if you can hear. I don't think about you. I don't wonder where you are. I'm moving on without you, wishing on a different star. Now I see the world in color. I have been born again. I've taken back the rudder. I'm my own captain to the end. I've been walking through a fog. I've been wandering in the dark. Yeah. searching for a spark. Oh, now I can see it's only me. It's only me. I have set me free. It's only me. It's only me. Oh, I'm not waiting on your love. I'm not hungry for your time. I'm not shackled with anxiety and wondering if you're mine. Oh, I finally see it's only me. Yeah. It's only me. Sometimes I hear you whisper, sometimes I feel you again. But it's just an echo down a canyon carried off on the wind. I've been walking through a fog, I've been wandering in the dark. Yeah. Crawling along the ground, always searching for a spark. Oh, now I can see it's only me. It's only me. I have set me free. It's only me. Yeah. Oh, I'm not waiting for your love. I'm not hungry for your time. I'm not shackled with anxiety and wondering if you're mine. No, I finally see it's only me. Yeah, it's only me. I always have to
Oh.
resist the urge to end with a major or a 7 chord there to be
I know.
funny.
That is gorgeous.
Thank you.
Just
Thank you.
oh my gosh, the guitars sound so good, and those like the higher notes that you were playing. I don't
Yeah.
know how many layers of those you have, but they were amazing.
It's I have a baritone acoustic,
Oh,
which is, I don't know if you've ever played one of those, but it's B to B instead of E to E. So it's
Mhm.
like a fifth below, fourth below.
that's so cool.
And I kind of just
Cool.
that's what got me
Yeah.
going. And then my Taylor, just my regular 6-string. I just figured out a little part for that. So I'd like to
Oh,
do that throughout.
hmm.
And honestly, like I don't know. Well, sorry, I'm interrupting. I won't say too much.
No, I don't know.
I have
I
some
mean,
other thoughts.
I was I have yes, it's just beautiful. Like it's
Thank
just
you.
so gorgeous. It's so lush. It's so full. Um, like I feel like all the right frequencies are just like ringing,
Mm.
And then of course like your vocals as always. You have the perfect rasp. It's the one that I've always wanted and I will never have, but it's just so perfect. It suits it so well. The line, um, sometimes I hear your whisper, sometimes I feel you again, but it's just an echo down a canyon carried off on the wind.
Mm.
Whew. I just got chills just reading it again. It's like it's beautiful.
Thank you.
I don't there's just no other word for it. It's just beautiful. It's gorgeous. I don't even know like I guess I would love to know like how it started. Like where did you come up with the verse first or chorus first? Like I would say like lyrically, like How
Mhm.
did this evolve?
I was just singing some mumble lyrics,
Mm-hmm.
and the phrase that I kind of teased out of that was "I don't think about you,"
Ooh.
and so it just kind of went from there. And then I had, was kind of left with, well, what, what does that mean to me? Where does it go? So this is, I mean, there's a lot of complicated sort of memories and relationships and
Yeah.
feelings I drew on. Some of it was, kind of my um, faith
Mm-hmm.
journey or lack of faith journey as well is kind of tied into this.
Yeah.
Um, and I didn't, I wasn't trying to be necessarily opaque about it, but I also was like, I didn't really want to turn this into one type of, um,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? I didn't want to like beat somebody over the head
Yeah.
um, with a relationship story or something, but like, um, yeah, the
I
one, oh,
yeah.
sorry, go ahead.
No, I think that it is like I can see I have so many stories that I could fit myself
Sure.
into.
Yeah.
And I could like at one point I was thinking about it as like, yeah, like an ex, you
Mm-hmm.
know, or someone that I used to know, or like, I mean, I've moved a bunch in my life, so there's a lot of people that I have never talked to again,
Yeah.
that
Mm-hmm.
I've met, that we were close for a while. There's, yeah, so many ways that I could relate to this song, and it's
Yeah.
why it's so, yeah, it just draws out something in me is just
That's
stunning.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I don't know about you, but there's kind of a moment with all these songs where there's like something that makes me go, okay, we'll keep going.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it was when got this rhyme, wishing on a different star. I just thought it was an
Yeah.
interesting thought,
I love.
of, because to me it was like, oh, that's descriptive. It's just a different way to say something that we all um,
Yeah.
it's like familiar, but also I wouldn't have ever used it in that context before. So
I've
I don't know.
never heard that line before, and it's so creative
Oh, well,
because
thank you.
I get, yeah, no, it's so cool because
I
it's very like it's much a longing,
Yeah,
like to switch it to a different star. Like that's
yeah,
brilliant. I don't know, like I just think that's
it
so poetic.
yeah. Well, I wasn't this philosophical about it initially. It was kind of just playing around with words, and I thought, oh, but it's kind of speaks to that sense of like, um, the song is very much like this proclamation of like, hey, I'm kind of taking control
Mm-hmm.
of my destiny, and yet wishing on a star is still there's still that element, no
Yeah.
matter how tough and resilient and in control we think we are, there's still that element of like superstition, I guess, or like faith, or
Yeah.
that you're
Yeah.
giving over to something else. And
Yeah.
um so I
That's
think this is a song under normal circumstances I would not have finished,
mm,
um which is really a testament to like doing this project with you, because it's not, I mean, there's a lot I do like about this song broadly. I think I would have, I was trying to think of the word, discouraged is the wrong word, but there's a point in here where I would have been like, this, I'll work on this another day or whatever. It's going in the backlog.
mm-hmm.
And now I have a finished song that I think there are 2 or 3 lines in here that I may want to rewrite. I didn't love this verse, the
Hmm.
captain and the rudder thing. I didn't mean to bring that in.
I actually really, I kind of liked it.
I was
You
trying to,
did.
I was trying to do some sort of rhyme with color. And I was like, and I kind of just ran out of time.
It might just be the way that you sang Rudder. Yes. Like it was, I don't know.
Not,
You could sing anything and I'd be
yeah,
like,
that's funny.
yeah. Uh,
Um, I
great.
also felt like this was just it's interesting because the first chorus, listening back to it, I was like, holy shit, that's high. But the second chorus, I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if I had a different sort of, my throat was open differently or what, but I felt better about the second chorus.
Uh,
Um, and I think if I were to double the vocal parts in the chorus, I probably would feel better about it generally too. It just felt kind of thin and like nasally. So,
I know
and
what
it
you
might, Yeah. My initial listening was like, oh, it's too high. But now I'm listening back to it. I was like, it's high, but it's kind of fun as well.
It's not too high. I think
Oh.
that, yeah, it has a lot to do with position of mic, and then like all the instrumentation that's happening around you can make
Yeah.
it your voice in relation to everything feel or sound thinner, but
Yeah.
it's EQing and
Yeah.
all that stuff. So I love it.
Thank you.
Love it.
Yeah. I was thinking at some point, I don't know, maybe we will continue doing this every week for the rest of our lives. And
Maybe.
when I turn 85, I should do the math and figure out how many songs we will have written.
Yeah. It's
Um,
gonna be a lot.
just casting songs into the void. But at some point we should go back and you and I should rank, or not rank, sorry, but like pick our, like I want to go back and pick my top 3 Hatori
Hey.
songs from this challenge. So
Yeah, I like that
anyways,
idea.
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
especially like I think over time, I think our tastes change, our
yeah.
critiques change, our insights change. I think it'll
Yeah.
be really, really fun to go back and look
Yeah.
like
And
that.
then like the guys on the weekly song podcast, they do a season, and I don't know how, I can't remember how many weeks or months it is, right? But then they come back. I think they do more than one season in a year. I
That
think it's
makes
like every few months or whatever.
Mhm.
But whatever we end up, because we never, I don't think we ever plan on running a podcast, right?
No, we didn't, and here we
didn't.
are.
But I
Basically.
think we could figure out like, okay, I hesitate to call them seasons, but for this
Mhm.
period, for weeks 1 through 8 or whatever, this is a 10-second recap of each song. Boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom. Like, because it is
Mm,
kind of crazy to think like, man, that's 7. We did 7. We've done 7 songs each. It's pretty
That's a
amazing.
lot. That's a
Hmm.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really cool, actually. Huh.
The other thing I was curious about is and again, we don't need to do it for this week, but um, do you want to do some kind of like a shared, like, I know before we ever started, you had talked about maybe using like a word generator or a
Oh
whatever, like where we try to
yeah.
write a song about the same
Topic
topic or from the
or
same word or whatever. So
like the same parameters or
yeah,
guidelines or something, right? Some
yeah,
rules. That could be fun.
yeah.
You
So
know, this is I don't think this would be as fun, but it's an idea that's been in my head this last week is I kind of want to write a song by recording samples from just around the house,
oh,
throwing it into Logic, and then I mean I can't imagine it sounding great,
I don't know.
but I think it could be a fun
Yeah,
challenge, you
yeah.
know? I might do that.
That's a
But
great
yeah,
idea.
maybe let me think about that
Yeah,
because there's a few different ways that I think it could be, yeah, we could make it
yeah.
interesting. So,
Well, when this ends up on YouTube or in the Discord, if anybody listens to this and has thoughts, we'd love to
yes,
hear them. So,
love it.
because
Yeah,
I'm having a good time. I'm
me
really enjoying
too.
doing this, and I kind of can't believe looking back. I was like, we're doing this. It's really happening. So,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
awesome. It's how many things do we like star? How many ideas that do we have that just never see the
yep,
light of day, you know?
yep.
I'm so proud of us. Woo!
All
Well,
right,
next week,
next week.
we're still on for next week. And yeah, if at any point you're like, I need a fucking break, like let
I
me
don't know.
know.
I'm worried. I know this is not a great mindset. Like I'm trying to have more of an abundance mindset in life, but like I'm worried the second I take my foot off the gas,
I'm the same way.
it's going to be like
Yeah.
9 months. I was like, oh yeah, Hosanna and I were supposed to get together
Oh,
and start writing songs
yeah,
again. So
I'm also afraid of that. That's why I don't lift up. So
yeah,
cool.
right on.
Well, I'll see you next week. Come back with a banger as
Thanks,
always.
buddy. Bye.
Bye.